Welcome to Wembley on a bright afternoon and a League Cup final that promises perfection. It could be a classic this afternoon between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Two names to conjure with in this season, particularly with Nottingham Forest running away with the League Championship and Liverpool, of course, already the mighty Liverpool, champions of Europe and bidding fair to retain that title. Still in the European Cup, but they're out today to win one that they've never won before. That is the League Cup. At Anfield, they have a sideboard full of trophies. They've won everything, Liverpool, but they've never won the League Cup, and they're out to do that today. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, they've never won it either. They're going like a bomb this season, steaming away with the league, and they want to put a piece of silverware on their sideboard. So Liverpool and Nottingham Forest at Wembley, 1978. And let me tell you how they've progressed to Wembley. Liverpool en route have knocked out Chelsea, Derby County, Coventry City, Wrexham and the Arsenal. Nottingham Forest, for their part, have accounted for West Ham United, Notts County, Aston Villa, Parry and Leeds. That's how they got to Wembley. Liverpool scoring 13 goals on the way and Nottingham Forest scoring 23. And there goes the whistle. And it's Liverpool who kick off with a short one, goes back into defence, brought out nicely, neat square ball across the field to left back Smith. He pushes it up and it breaks through nicely for Dalglish. Dalglish, he gets inside the box, he tries a shot and he's just outside the near post with his shot there. A quick thrust forward there from Smith. Dalglish nipped through this expensive capture of Liverpool's, this little Scottish wizard who scores so many goals from lethal positions, nipped through there, got in the Forest box and got in the first shot of the match, but just wide of the post. Forest defending the goal to our left. A nice pass swung out there to Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill flicks it forward. It's turned back by Wisdom. O'Neill again. Now out to Viv Anderson, who's come, the fullback, coming up to help his attack. He loses it, however, but back comes O'Neill. O'Neill latches onto this one, drifting up to Liverpool box, tries a shot, and it just curves past the post with Clements beaten. Ray Clements, the England goalkeeper, dived to his right for that one. That ball just bent a little bit. It beat Clements, and it just skipped past the far post. A dangerous moment there for Liverpool. So Forest showing that they can turn it on, that Wembley isn't going to bedazzle them, bemuse them, and that they're going to match Liverpool for football. Neil right upfield now, but it's headed down by Lloyd. Lloyd playing against his own team and out to show Liverpool that he's a better man, that now he's with Forest. Gets this up forward, where Bowyer gets it for Forest. A short pass there, finds McGovern. Back now to Burns, and Burns aims a long one down the middle. Stopped nicely by Tommy Smith for Liverpool. And the ball is played to McDermott. McDermott now going through, and he swings it right across where Kennedy is rushing into the box on the left. Kennedy gets it, tries to turn it inside. There's two Forest men on him, and they dispossess him. It was a lovely ball across, though, to Kennedy. Kennedy just needed a little bit more space. Squeezed out of it, but it's Liverpool doing it now. Hughes takes it on the left. Pushes a nice, neat ball through to Case. Jimmy Case now tries a drive from outside, and he's just wide of the post. Case letting loose there with a pile driver for Liverpool. And as young Chris Woods flew across his goal, the ball just beat him on his far post for a very near thing indeed for Liverpool. Jimmy Case then, getting in his shooting boots already, getting in a good shot. And from the goal kick, it's Liverpool again. Hughes, the playmaker, the Liverpool skipper, dumping this upfield, a little bit of shoving going on there, and the whistle goes for a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Burns, tassel-headed, fair-haired Burns, such a terror of a player when he was with Birmingham, terrible temperament, totally unreliable, and now he's just the opposite. A fine player, although he's a small man, he gets up very high in the air, and a talented player on the deck. He takes this free kick now for Forest. Upfield, it's turned in the middle there. And Forest trying to squeeze their way through. Here's a chance there. And Woodcock it was, who collected there just inside the Liverpool box. Blasted a really sizzling shot there that again flew past the post. So near things, but not quite on target. These hot shots on both sides. They're getting through, they're getting in these shots, but so far, not on target. Again, that one was just inches wide, almost took a lick of paint off the Liverpool post. Out he goes to Callaghan on the left. Callaghan now moves the ball infield, takes a return pass from Kennedy, and then to Hughes. Hughes now, again, slips a short one, plays it square to Kennedy, and he's waiting and waiting, and then gives it back to Hughes as the expected tackle came in. Back to Hughes again, this time from McDermott. Hughes now to Highway. Highway trying to get through. He's got two red shirts in front of him. Veers round to the left and turns it to Callaghan. Callaghan gets it into the area. Up go the heads. And there's a chance there. And a great save by Woods. Great save by Woods there. Going out for Forest. He got in a beautiful save there from Case. Case got in the air, but Woods saved it. Case is in possession again now. Another flashing shot in there. This time, Case gives the pass, and Woods took a beautiful shot there from McDermott. McDermott flashing that one across, and Woods saved it well. So there's no question of nerves with this 18-year-old Forest keeper standing in for the great Peter Shilton. Hasn't played in a league match, but my word, he's played well in the couple of times he's played for Forest in this tournament, and he's playing well today. Still, no goals then, after nearly half an hour, and Forest matching Liverpool for distribution and attacking flair at the moment. And Liverpool have it now. Liverpool in the centre circle, trying to break now. The pass out to the left. They just come over the halfway line now. It's Hughes bringing it into the Forest half. Hughes now got space. He's being tackled by O'Neill, and O'Neill beats him. And O'Neill takes the return pass from With, pushes it forward, and Clemens has got to come out because Woodcock was going through alone. Clemens came racing out of his box, and he just beat Woodcock to the ball. Woodcock was through, alone, flying through on a solo run, and my word, Clemens had to show his England skills there. Made up his mind in the flash, came diving out, raced out of the box, and just beat Woodcock to it. If Woodcock had latched onto that one, it must have been a goal. It's cleared over onto the far side. Forest on the attack now. Take the throw in. Woodcock himself turning it back now, and then taking a return pass, giving it to Bowyer. Bowyer trying a shot himself, and he's just over the crossbar. Bowyer latched onto one there for Forest, let go a screamer, and Ray Clements rose to it. He climbed high, but the ball beat him, but it beat the crossbar as well. And Liverpool trying to make the break there. They do. Dalglish gets it, brings it round nicely, and Dalglish coming down now. It looks as though he's going to find Kennedy on the right, pushes it through now, and then in comes McDermott, and McDermott scores. Teddy McDermott gets the ball in the net, but the referee doesn't like it. I don't know what Pat Partridge saw there, but he scrubbed it out. McDermott took the pass from the right there, fired it first time low into the corner of the Forest net, but referee Pat Partridge says no goal. Liverpool been showing their paces a bit in the closing stages of this first half. Thought they'd made the breakthrough when McDermott got it in there, but no goal, said the referee, and that's how it stands. Still goalless as we come towards the end of the first half, and Liverpool still building up the pressure. Case throws it in to Dalglish. Dalglish in the box try. He turns it back now to McDermott. McDermott squares it back to Callaghan. Callaghan across to the left for Hughes. He's just outside the Forest box. Hughes sends it right across. And it's turned by almost an own goal as Clark went in on this one. Turned it back to his goalkeeper, but it flew back to Woods, who clutched it firmly. So a let off for Forest there. Almost a tragic mistake, but not quite. The whistle goes, and that's it. Half-time, no goals. So there's the whistle from referee Partridge, and the ball played back to Kenny Burns for Forest in the centre circle now. Burns moved this one out to the left for Frank Clark. Clark upfield now takes a return pass along the line, gets it across into the middle there, but no bother at all there for Liverpool as Phil Thompson takes this one and turns a nice neat ball across to the left. Neal now just inside the Forest half, squares it out to Highway on the right. Highway holding it, shielding it, pushing it back to Neal on the right. Neal turns it back to Callaghan. Callaghan now drifting across field and throws it inside to McDermott. McDermott across field. Looks as though it's going to be intercepted by O'Neill, but he can't do it for Forest, and it's Liverpool still with it. Hughes waiting to take the short pass there from Kennedy. Kennedy gives it instead to McDermott. McDermott got him now and making tracks on goal, trying a shot, and a beautiful save there. He lashed in a tremendous shot, a beautiful shot, and Hughes hit that with everything he'd got. Beautifully directed, precision shot, rifling into the corner, and a fantastic save from young Chris Woods. Turns it away for a corner kick for Liverpool, taken by Callaghan. Fantastic save there by the youngster. The corner comes over, the ball is trotting about in the air. Tried by Kennedy, Kennedy straight in the arms of Woods. Woods reading this well, moving rapidly to his left. As Kennedy got underneath that ball, fired it in first time, and Woods was right in line to take it. What a cracking little keeper this is. Offside whistle as Liverpool try to come back now. Dalglish getting a flyer, shot past Frank Clark there, but instantly the linesman got the flag up. The referee's whistle goes. It's a free kick for Forest, and it's out to Robertson on the left on this near touchline. Robertson upfield, headed down there, and as far as McDermott, Case to Dalglish. Dalglish taking it now down the middle, halfway in the Forest half, moves it out to the left for Kennedy. Kennedy tries a shot, and Woods caught it, lost it, and it's just put past there for a corner kick. Oh, he made his first mistake, the youngster there. He came out, got Kennedy's shot, dropped it at Case's feet, and as Case went in to let go, it wasn't Case, it was Dalglish. Dalglish followed up, and as Dalglish followed up, hit it against Woods and went by for a corner. Liverpool tightening on the pressure now. Over it comes from the left. This time it's over the crossbar, and although Woods went up and covered it, it was over the bar, no problem for him. Goal kick for Forest, and another let off there. Upfield, up go the heads, beats everybody. Chested down for Forest, out to Robertson on the left, but he can't control it. An awkward bouncing ball there. Into touch, and from the throw-in, it's Liverpool now diving around, moving around now as they wait for this throw. Running there from the throw, Forest trying to get onto it, but quickly in goes Case to get it away for Liverpool. Only up as far as the Forest defence, but Burns is beaten for once. And here's Highway trying to keep control. Highway's got three Liverpool men in front of him. Chips it across to Dalglish on the left. Dalglish tries a shot. It's beaten out by Woods, picked up by Anderson. Woods could only beat out that Dalglish shot, and Anderson was there to latch onto it and race away and take it out of the danger zone for Forest. But back come Liverpool. Liverpool really turning it on now, beginning to look like European champions. They look a bit slicker, they look a little bit faster with the ball as Kennedy pumps this one forward. Dalglish takes it over on the far side there, trying to get round Burns. He does get round Burns, but he's brought down, measures his length, and looks to the referee, but referee says no penalty, play on. Dalglish brought down there by Kenny Burns. He went full length, did a Martin Harvey, as they say, made the most of it. Looked quickly at the referee, but the referee would have none of it. Well now, can Forest maintain their equilibrium, keep their flair, and hold this really battling Liverpool side now at bay? And Johnny McGovern, while we're waiting for play to resume, Johnny McGovern, the Forest skipper, is going off, and John O'Hare is coming on. Well, McGovern, of course, has had injury problems, and it wasn't certain that he would stand up to the full rigors of this game, but he's played a captain's part until now, and now his place is taken by O'Hare. Liverpool moving forward again. They go forward, they go backwards, they go across the field, they go zigzag, but they do eventually turn up in that Forest penalty area, and if they hadn't wasted some chances, the domination of the game, the possession they've had, they could have been in front, but they're not, and Forest are sticking to their task as Liverpool try to break on the right through Case, right across the Forest goal. Beats everybody. Over on the far side, collected by Kennedy. Kennedy lobs it back into that crowded area. It's cleared, though, by Anderson. Anderson pulls it down. A nice pass out of defence, but Liverpool are back again through Callaghan. Callaghan puts it down the middle, and now Dalglish. Dalglish takes it, he's got a turn around, he's got Anderson on top of him, he's got two other Forest players near him, he turns it back to Kennedy, who again lobs it into the area. In goes Case, but out goes goalkeeper Woods, and he takes it high up. Woods saves for Forest, with Case going in very, very threateningly. Another good save by young Woods, gets Forest away. Robertson takes it on the left. Robertson gets up to the halfway line, trying to find Width. Width gets it down to Woodcock. Woodcock tried to race through, and he is going through there. Woodcock's got it. He's inside the way. He tries one. Pushed away by Clements, and Forest are dangerous here. It's Forrest O'Neill turning it back. Width, he tries a shot. Width goes across goal with that one, and the ball actually stays in. Oh my word, I had Liverpool's defence struggling there. They did have Liverpool in trouble. The champions were bang in trouble there, but Clements got them out of trouble with a good save, and then finally Width fired across the face of the goal. Now Liverpool have managed to escape from that hairy few seconds, and they clear the ball now with their usual precision up to the halfway line. Neal gets it to Case. Case back to Neal. Neal across field now to Thompson. Thompson out to the left where Kennedy's waiting for it. Kennedy just inside the Forest half, squares it to Hughes. Hughes back to Thompson. Thompson across field as Liverpool play this square passing game. Cross field to Smith. Smith up down the middle with this one. Out to the right, but too much for Case to do. He can't get at that one. It's a throw in for Forest halfway inside their own half on this near side of the field. Throwing going to be taken by Frank Clark. He gets it back. Now gets the ball under control, going back towards his own goal for a second, then turns round and whips it round as the whistle goes. So at the end of 90 minutes, it's Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and they have a quick breather before doing half an hour's extra time. And it's Liverpool now cutting. It's the Fairclough, the sub, coming in, gets it across to Neal. Neal tries a cross shot, and Forest managed to scramble it away. Forest managed to get this one away. It's headed down now to Hughes. Hughes back to the centre circle, pushes across to Thompson. Thompson now leaving it to Smith. Smith lobbing this one forward. It's headed away by O'Neill for Forest, but only up into the defensive ranks of Liverpool, where Callaghan is waiting to turn it out to the right, take a short return pass, lob it along the right for Case to chase after it. Case gets it, is under close surveillance there by a couple of Forest players, right by the corner flag, turns it back, wants a short return pass, doesn't get it as Thompson is dallying with the ball. He does get the return pass now. Case moves it in the middle to Dalglish. Dalglish on the edge of the box, kills the ball, turns it across the Highway. Highway feints to go to the left, goes to the right instead, lines himself up, he shot, and he's only just wide. He got in a ground shot there, a nice, dazzling piece of football by sculptured Steve Highway, kidded to go to the left, moved to the right instead, and then, having successfully sold the dummy, belted in a shot that just skidded past the foot of the post. So, Liverpool still making the chances, still squandering the chances. The ball from the Forest goalkeeper up to the centre circle. There's a bit of nudging going on. Free kick for Forest, almost on the halfway line. And this is going to be taken by Kenny Burns, the little Scottish maestro who can play equally effectively up front or in defence. He lobs it forward. It's headed through, but cleared away by the Liverpool defenders. Finally, it's Thompson gone the way, but Forrest are coming back again quickly, and to Fairclough now. Fairclough takes it in his own half of the field. He's racing forward now. He's got Dalglish going with him. He gives a short pass to Dalglish, who doesn't get it properly, but he fires it on now for McDermott. McDermott cutting into the box, shoots, and saved by Woods. All he got in his shot, he fired in an accurate cross shot. It was fizzing a bit, but Woods pounced on it, held it firmly. And a fine, splendid goalkeeper again by this young keeper. Up to the halfway line from his clearance. Now Forrest trying to make it through O'Neill on the right, and he holds off the attention of Highway. Comes in, still has possession. He was lucky, he lost the ball, recovered possession, and then was brought down, and just as he measured his length, the whistle goes, and that's it, it's all over.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. The 1978 League Cup final no nearer to being resolved than it was at 3 o'clock last Saturday afternoon. So in the second half, it'll be Nottingham Forest, all in yellow, defending the goal away to our left as we sit over the halfway line and somewhere near the roof of the main stand here at Old Trafford. The referee, Mr. Pat Partridge of County Durham, a man who will be one of the men, of course, officiating in Argentina this summer. And it's Forest getting the second half underway, and it's Forest putting the first attack together. Burns driving the ball forward with chesting it down, getting the free kick against Thompson there, and so the first free kick of this second half quickly taken there by John O'Hare for Forest to Anderson near side of the field. Is Forest now all in yellow, move from left to right. Anderson with the ball, nice skill there, right edge of the Liverpool penalty area, and this is looking a good one. Good play there by Anderson, still more good play, back to O'Neill, inside to Burns, who'd come up in support, and back comes now, a long way back in fact, Steve Highway, wearing the white 9 on the back of the red shirt of Liverpool, and he pushes it forward, and on now to the right foot to the Liverpool number 7, that's Kenny Dalglish, and he sweeps the ball out to that far side of the field, and O'Neill picks it up and tries a shot with his left foot, but the ball disappears over young Chris Wood's crossbar into the darkness behind his net. And O'Hare brings it away to Bowyer. Bowyer square to his right to this near side of the field to Anderson. Anderson inside, a waspish tackle there from Kennedy, but the ball running nicely there for Liverpool, but Forest get it back, and Anderson pumps it forward trying to find Woodcock, and Woodcock has it, and he slips one tackle, and he drifts away to this near side of the field, and he beats another man, but finally coming across very quickly, Liverpool's captain Emlyn Hughes comes across, a man who's won 51 caps for England, coming to the end of his reign as England's Footballer of the Year, but conceding the free kick there. The free kick to Forest, quickly taken there by O'Neill. O'Neill to Anderson, and O'Neill's inside that penalty area, beats one man, gets a shot in, but finally it's Clement still inside that 6-yard box. Comes out, spreads himself, gets his weight on that ball, refuses to let it go, and it's now Clement picking the ball up, coming to the edge of his 18-yard line, looking up quizzically, deliberately, ponders a while, bowls it smoothly out to that far side of the field, where Neil now has acres of space. He just rolls it on to Case. Case checking back, far side of the field, tight to the touchline on that far side of the field. He's under pressure, so he turns it back to Neil. Still Neil hugging that far touchline. That's the Liverpool right. Back now to Smith. Smith thumps it forward, tries to find Dalglish. Dalglish is brought down there by O'Hare. The referee lets play go on, and it's Kennedy now with his right foot, putting the ball out to this near side of the field, and Hughes is in there, but so too is Anderson. Anderson emerged this season as one of the best attacking right backs in English football. He can defend though too, and he's defending now, but he misses that one, and the ball comes to Hughes. Hughes left edge of that Forest penalty area. The ball breaks off a Forest defender there, but runs straight into the hands of Chris Woods. Woods just 19 years old, and on Saturday, no question, he was Wembley's hero. He's only playing, of course, because Peter Shilton is cup-tied along with Needham and Gemmell. Despite the fact that he's never played in a league game, he played superbly. And the ball forward now, and it comes to O'Hare, and O'Hare's brought down. It could be a penalty. I think it's a penalty. We are now 7.5 minutes into the second half. O'Hare brought down the Liverpool players, surround Mr. Partridge, but he is pointing emphatically at the spot. No question about that. Yes, the ball coming there, Jimmy Case giving it away. And there was O'Hare measuring his 6 foot on this Old Trafford turf. And now Pat Partridge, a World Cup referee, is putting that ball on the penalty spot very carefully. It'll be Robertson, John Robertson, the man who'd very much like to be in Scotland, in Argentina with Scotland, who'll take the penalty. The man who scored 2 league goals this season. Is the deadlock about to be broken? The League Cup final of 1978. It could be under balance. Forest and Robertson, and he scores. He tucks it inside Ray Clements' right post. That was the way Ray Clements was diving. He dived a long way, but Robertson's shot precisely hit with the inside of his right foot, crept inside that right post. And so the 1978 League Cup final, we endured 2 hours at Wembley on Saturday. We've now had 54 minutes, and the deadlock is broken. And it's John Robertson. There may be arguments finally in tomorrow's papers perhaps about whether that was a penalty. I don't know, but the decision was Mr. Partridge's. A penalty, he said it was. A penalty, indeed it was, and John Robertson has put Forest ahead. And Liverpool had possession, and the ball is with Kenny Dalglish, a man that Scotland will be looking to, and he pushes the ball in forward and he gives it to McDermott. McDermott puts the ball into the net, but the whistle had long since gone. Dalglish, who provided that pass, the pass that let McDermott through, looks towards the linesman on this near side of the field. The flag had long since gone up, and Mr. Partridge stands there, 4 square, 15 yards inside the Forest half, gives the free kick, and it's going to be taken by Kenny Burns. It is taken by Burns, and Burns rolls the ball back to Chris Woods. Woods, who at 19 on Saturday became the youngest ever goalkeeper to play in a Wembley final. Woods, perfectly positioned, picks it up, comes to the edge of his 18-yard line. We have 20 players in the middle of the park. We have Clements in the penalty area away to our right, and it's Woods in that penalty area away to our left, who now clears left to right. The ball midway inside the Liverpool half, the ball with Woodcock, and Hughes is going for him, so he touches it from to O'Neill, and O'Neill gives it him back, and he's now on the right edge of that Liverpool penalty area. Tries to go around Smith. Smith seems to grow and expand, and he can't get the ball around Smith, and the ball breaks and comes out of play on this near side of the field. A throw in to Forest, just a few yards from the left Liverpool corner flag, and indeed beneath us now we're getting the tall, familiar figure of the bionic carrot himself, the super sub, David Fairclough. And the man coming off is Jimmy Case, the man who's had a fair old game. But, of course, Fairclough, a very different kettle of fish. His hair now quite unmistakable. A good bright red, and Forest have possession from Robertson to Woodcock. And Woodcock drifts away to that far side of the field, and he leaves Smith behind him, and he's on the left edge of that penalty area, and he's inside the penalty area, left edge of that box, and the ball on the left foot there. With a chance for it. No! That's why Ray Clements plays for England. Comes out, gets his hands on that ball, falls right at the foot there of with almost attempted suicide, one might say, but he gets up and bowls the ball to this near side of the field. So there we are then. We have reached the halfway point of the second half of the 1978 League Cup final. It's Nottingham Forest leading Liverpool by 1-0. Commentary now from Alan Parry.
Well, we've had over 3 hours of this League Cup final so far, but I think this final 20 minutes or so could be the most exciting of all. There's a new zest in Forest play since they've scored. Liverpool have pushed even more men into attack to try and get back an equalising goal, and that's making for a very much more exciting and open encounter than we've seen so far. Liverpool coming forward again with Highway in the outside left position. O'Neill challenging back well, though, takes the ball from Highway at the expense of a throw-in. It's about 10 yards from the corner flag on this near side of the field. That's the Liverpool left. Terry McDermott will take the throw short to Steve Highway. Highway trying to get round O'Neill, does so. He's still just outside that penalty area. Hits it short to Neil, but it won't reach him. It's intercepted by Bowyer. There's a quick counter-attack on here. Oh, but a good interception by Tommy Smith. Woodcock moving into a dangerous position as Bowyer came out of defence after that Liverpool mistake. But Tommy Smith, the old veteran, a Liverpool player for 17 years, and used all his experience of those years then to intercept. The ball back to Chris Woods in the Forest goal. His long kick downfield is belted back, though, into the Forest half. But back yet it comes again from the yellow-shirted Forest players into the Liverpool half. And a lovely ball, too, played to Peter With. 10 yards outside Liverpool's penalty area in the inside right position. With drags it across the face of goal. Bowyer completely miskicked. The ball still gets through, and there's a shot by Robertson, turned over by Clements. Tremendous piece of football by Ray Clements. The ball was dragged back by Peter With from the inside right position. Bowyer came in with an intended volley, completely miskicked. It went through to Robertson. He drove it really hard with his right foot, but Clements produced a spectacular save, and Forest now have a corner. 1-0, they lead. Robertson, the man who came so close to a second goal, the scorer from the penalty spot, as the ball is played into the heart of Liverpool's penalty area. Knocked away again, but there's Bowyer to head it back once more, and With just sticks a long right foot out, but Clements saves and sets Liverpool moving forward. Callaghan already inside the Forest half. Good ball by Callaghan out to Highway on this near side. Liverpool have got a lot of men in this attack as Highway finds Kennedy left edge of the penalty area. Can Kennedy drag it back into the middle? Yes, he can. It's pulled back still by McDermott, but the referee said that before that ball was crossed by Ray Kennedy, it had gone behind for a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. 13 minutes to go. Will the League Cup final be going to Nottingham Forest, who in their 113-year history have really very rarely won trophies? The FA Cup they've won twice in all that time. Never won a major championship of any kind, of course, and bidding now for their first ever League Cup victory. Just 13 minutes away from that. Urgency about everything Liverpool do now. Finds Callaghan 10 yards outside the box. Callaghan back to McDermott. McDermott crosses into the Forest penalty area. It's not clear once more, but yet again it goes to a Liverpool man. That's McDermott. McDermott forward to Dalglish just outside the box. How Dalglish must be regretting that early miss at Wembley on Saturday now. But this time it's still Liverpool with Highway. Highway to Kennedy. Kennedy tries to get a shot in, and a good save by the young goalkeeper again. Liverpool may argue that they've been the victims of a wrong refereeing decision tonight, but as much as anything else in this League Cup final, they've been the victims of a superb piece of goalkeeping by one of the youngest men to hold that position in the First Division, Chris Wood. The minutes ticking away, 9 minutes of normal time remaining. Forest 1, Liverpool 0 in the League Cup final replay. A free kick to Liverpool, taken by Highway, driven into the penalty area, headed away by Larry Lloyd though. Nobody now apart from Clements is inside that Liverpool half, and inevitably they win it back again with Kennedy. Kennedy out to that far side, the ball is played towards Chris Woods, but again the goalkeeper is absolutely equal to anything Liverpool can produce. This would be some performance by Nottingham Forest, having been battered by Liverpool on Saturday and battered for much of this game tonight, with 5 regular players missing. If they can turn the tables and beat Liverpool tonight, that really would be something, disputed penalty or not. But still, it's Liverpool coming back once more. McDermott back into that danger zone. Incredible, really, the number of attacks Liverpool have had in this final. Highway again will loft the ball into Forest penalty area. 2 players challenged for possession. A claim for handball by the Liverpool fans as Kenny Burns went up for that one, but not given, and rightly not given by the referee. But the ball has gone out for a Liverpool throw, which they've taken quickly. Fairclough has it and looked to be pushed from behind. Yes, another free kick to Liverpool. 4.5 minutes to go as the free kick is hit quickly to Hughes. Hughes chips it into the danger area. Anderson heads it away. It'll come to Highway, edge of the box. Highway to Thompson. Thompson away over to the far post. Headed away again, though, by Larry Lloyd. But back it will come again from Phil Neal. Ball breaks to Dalglish. Dalglish shoots it, hits John O'Hare, and comes out again to Highway. This is unbelievable pressure from Liverpool. Highway to Hughes. Everything's going on inside that penalty area. Dalglish back into the middle again, but once more it's Robertson away. But back to Phil Neal. Clements is just a spectator. Neal into the middle. It beats 3 Forest players, and finally Anderson whacks the ball up to the halfway line, and still Liverpool are coming forward. 3.5 minutes to go as Highway hits it to the far post, and a smashing save at a vital part of the game by Chris Woods, the goalkeeper. Less than 2 minutes to go. The Forest fans are singing. The scoreline is against Liverpool. The clock is against Liverpool. And for all their pressure at Wembley on Saturday and here tonight, it's looking now as though they're going to lose this League Cup final after all their efforts. The ball on the far side of the field with Liverpool. They've gained a throw. We move into the final 90 seconds of normal time. Referee Pat Partridge looks at his watch. The Forest fans whistling, screaming, pleading the referee to blow the final whistle as Liverpool surge forward once again. Hughes into the penalty area, finds Kennedy. What a good game he's had. Kennedy out wide to Highway. Highway's cross to the near post, is caught again by Chris Woods. So it's looking good now for Nottingham Forest. They lead 1-0 with that John Robertson penalty. They must know now that they're very, very, very close to the League Cup final. Liverpool go forward almost in hope rather than belief now for the final time, surely. We're into injury time. The referee looks at his watch again as Smith plays the ball once more into Forest penalty area. Kennedy can't reach it. Hughes will. Clips it back to Kennedy. He's forced to come out to this near side of the field, though. Back to Highway. Highway goes forward to the edge of Nottingham Forest penalty area. Still has the ball, Highway. Out to the far side of the field as he's brought crashing to the ground. Neal has it for Liverpool. It's really looking all over now as it's finally played towards Forest penalty area. Once again, it'll break to Fairclough, and Fairclough mishits his shot, and that could be the final shot and the final opportunity for Liverpool to send this game into extra time. We've played a minute of injury time now. The Liverpool fans, marvellous support they're still giving them. They've all got watches. They know how late it is now. They know how surely impossible it is as Chris Woods takes the goal kick. A minute and 5 seconds of injury time gone. Forest 1, Liverpool 0. The ball played back by Anderson to Chris Woods, again in the Forest goal mouth. Taking all the time in the world, Chris Woods, to take this goal kick. Not a goal kick, it's a kick out of hand. Finally kicks it upfield, looking for the tall figure of Peter With. With intercepted, though, by Thompson. Thompson's long clearance is into the Forest half. Liverpool coming forward once more, and there's the final whistle. It's all over, and the winners of the 1978 League Cup final. The roar is from the Forest end. The Liverpool players look as though they can't believe it. Tommy Smith stands with his hands on his hips, shakes his head. John Robertson, the scorer, being hugged now by delighted colleagues on the halfway line. Photographers on the pitch, a table being set up with the silver trophy glistening under the Old Trafford lights. The Forest players hold their fists aloft in a victory salute to their supporters away to their right. And in a very few seconds' time, Kenny Burns, for me the man of the match for Nottingham Forest, will step up to receive the League Cup final trophy. The Liverpool fans in the Stretford end to our left, showing what marvellous supporters they are, all with their scarves held aloft, loyal fans to the finish. They, of course, know what it's like to win trophies. In 14 years, Liverpool have won the League Championship, reached 4 FA Cup finals and 3 European finals. But they desperately wanted this League Cup here tonight. They felt they deserved it on Saturday, but didn't get the goals. They must feel in exactly the same way here tonight. But in the end, it just didn't come. And a penalty that I think will be the subject of conversation long into the night here in Manchester finally decided the game in favour of Nottingham Forest. And a nice touch now by Forest. The 3 cup-tied players, Needham, Gemmell, and of course Peter Shilton, out on the field in that happy group of Forest players, exchanging handshakes with them. And now the moment when you'll probably hear the biggest roar of the night, as Kenny Burns steps up in that rather confused-looking group down there on the field. Photographers, TV cameramen, players and officials. And that's the roar for Kenny Burns as he lifts aloft the League Cup trophy. Kenny Burns, the captain of Forest, and there is Brian Clough with a left arm around the man he made captain for the night. And a word in his ear, it has to be well done, because Kenny Burns has played magnificently for Forest tonight. And Brian Clough, I'm sure, will be the first to acknowledge that fact. The rest of the Forest players step up to collect their winners' tankards, while away to their left, just 15 yards away, the Liverpool players, having been to wave to their fans, now troop dejectedly off the field. So off go the losers, forgotten for the moment, and all attention on the centre circle. The flashlights of the press photographers popping, and above all the melee, one thing glistens clearer than anything, and that is the silver trophy that this has all been about. And now the Forest players will take the League Cup to their delighted fans. What a moment this will be. Larry Lloyd, once a Liverpool player, played over 150 times for them. And Martin O'Neill, the intelligent Irishman who's been one of their unsung heroes this season, just lift the trophy aloft. And the Forest fans now know that they've arrived. They believed it when Brian Clough became their manager. They were even more convinced when Forest came out of the second division a season ago. They've had a magnificent season, of course, in which they've really beaten just about everybody that's stood in their way. They lead the first division by 5 points. Many people believe that the League Championship has to be theirs. But no matter how well you're playing, you want a trophy to prove it. Well, now Nottingham Forest have it.